The first season of Hazbin Hotel set up a lot of lore and interesting concepts for the show's future. But little fascinates me more than fallen angels. Divine beings who are cast out of heaven and banished to hell, transforming them into that of a demon, seemingly without the prerequisite that is death. Lucifer being the first fallen angel we're introduced to in the series, as he was thrown out of heaven for his ideas and creations. Judging by Lucifer, fallen angels retain their pure angelic power, complete with the yellow glow, being able to harm other angels, although their angel form is evidently replaced with a demonic transformation. Kind of the best of both worlds if you ask me. I don't think Lucifer will be the only fallen angel we're acquainted with as the story progresses. In fact, the series has already laid the groundwork for a couple of characters to become fallen angels. Their descent into hell unraveling before our very eyes. The first candidate is obviously Emily. As the seraphim who should possess more authority than she currently has, Emily was quick to catch on to how corrupt heaven actually is. She supports Charlie's cause and is empathetic towards demonkind, viewing the inhabitants of hell as people trapped in a shitty situation who are worthy of a second chance. Emily wants the system to change, and after learning about the extermination, she's determined to find a way to make things right, which I imagine means she'll have to oppose the archangel. And they'll respond by condemning her to the underworld. But only after Emily crosses the line, doing something drastic as she fights for what she believes in. She clearly doesn't strike me as the violent type, so I can't see her mopping the floor of exorcists in the next extermination, and that causes her to get hit with an angelic Twitch ban. Instead, I think her rebellion will be in the form of information, leaking heaven's plans and more protected secrets to Charlie underneath the angels' noses. Well, a lot of them don't have noses, but you know what I mean. Anything heaven has up their sleeve to sabotage the hotel, Charlie will already be 2 steps ahead on countering them. I could also see Emily getting pushed too far and exposing the truth of the extermination to all of angel kind. Initially, archangels may try to bribe her into being silent or threaten her with banishment. But you can't keep a good seraphim down.
Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
If heaven goes through with another extermination, she's going to break that silence, raising awareness of the atrocities being carried out by those trying to maintain a squeaky clean image, accepting the consequences as she takes solace in knowing she did the right thing. Another act of defiance I can see Emily following through on is something a lot more extreme, but would be really dope to see. And that's opening, if not destroying, the gates of heaven. These gates embody the angel's prejudice, only letting in those who are deemed worthy by some vague system that the angels themselves don't even comprehend. So I could see Emily going against the grain and forcing these gates open, symbolizing the heaven she believes in. A heaven that's inviting to everyone, regardless of their past, as they practice forgiveness, offering sinners a chance to redeem their souls and thrive in the afterlife. But this would legitimately endanger the kingdom, as open gates leave them vulnerable to an invasion. They're already paranoid of an uprising, a fear that even overlords like Carmine share, as there's definitely a lot of vengeful sinners out there who would love to take out their aggression on angels, regardless of if they're actually exorcists or not. A well-intentioned move that could pay Emily as an accomplice to demons beyond Charlie, who take advantage of an open gate to exact their revenge. And it would make it a lot harder to argue her innocence against the Council of Angels, allowing them to swiftly hit her with that permaban. But while heaven can make an example out of Emily for trying to do what's morally correct, Lute's a character I could see becoming a fallen angel because of her lack of morals, going too far and forfeiting her status as an angel. It's no secret Lute doesn't belong in heaven already. She takes immense satisfaction in killing people. It's just overlooked because she's slaying sinners. Lute, like Adam, is fueled by her self-righteousness. But I believe that exact trait will be her downfall as she crosses every line possible in an effort to come out on top. Now that Adam's dead, she'll be desperate to exact her revenge on Charlie, Vaggie, and everyone else in the hotel. But especially Vaggie. Just because Lute sent Lilith down to hell so she can shut down Charlie's ambitions, doesn't mean she'll just move on afterwards. Lute wants Charlie to give up so the exorcist can come back to hell and kill everyone. She just wants to ensure that when the next extermination rolls around, the sinners will be too broken to fight back. Speaking of the next extermination, plenty of exorcists had their asses handed to them in the last one because they never had to defend themselves before and were completely clueless on their weapons being their own worst enemy. Suffice to say, this army is going to need some upgrades. Lute's obviously not above fighting dirty, and if she can't find any aid in heaven due to the exterminations being kept secret, she may turn to someone in hell for help. Just because she hates sinners doesn't mean she won't exploit them for her own gain, and vice versa. With Vivzy confirming that the V's will be the central antagonist of Season 2, especially Vox, I wouldn't be surprised if Lute ends up striking a deal with them. They share a common goal in wanting the hotel to crumble after all. Beefing up the Exorcist army with the help of Vox Tech would definitely be strike one in getting banished to hell and becoming a fallen angel. Or should I say strike two, as I'm pretty sure her conspiring with the Queen of Hell is already not the greatest look. Now yes, just like the Exorcist army, this is a situation she inherited from Adam, and it's not like she struck the deal with her in the first place. Although she could make one in the future for all we know. But as things are right now, she's clearly not handling the situation in the best way. The appropriate solution is probably just kicking out Lilith. Instead, Lute is digging herself a deeper hole by continuing to harbor the Queen of Hell after her daughter rebelled and caused the death of the first dickhead ever created. Something that heaven could easily pin on Lilith and Lute. It's just not gonna be a good look and will certainly be used against Lute when she has her inevitable comeuppance. Imagine the angels totally reading the situation wrong and accusing Lute of conspiring with Lilith to get Adam killed. That'd be nuts. Strike 3 would be Lute going way too far in trying to cover her tracks. She has to handle the sole responsibility of keeping the extermination secret now, and without Adam's laid-back attitude, I think she'll handle any setbacks the same way she handles everything else, with violence. So let's say an angel who isn't in the know about the extermination somehow finds out about it. Lute's just gonna resort to murder, and one angel murdering another angel is not gonna slide. So even if she tries to cover it up, the truth will eventually come to light and be the nail in Lute's bedazzled coffin. I mean shit, Sir Pentious could easily spill the beans. So I wouldn't be surprised if Lute tries to take him out. Lute becoming a fallen angel would be a very fitting development for a character, given her hate boner for demonkind. Her own actions and self-righteousness ultimately transform her into what she hates the most, putting her at an all-time low. Maybe low enough to check her into the hotel? But maybe that's just wishful thinking. Sarah is someone I could see becoming a fallen angel, but only if she ends up taking the fall for Emily. Pun not intended, but it's definitely embraced. It feels like Sarah's character could really go in any direction. She knows deep down that how she's handling sinners is wrong, but it's really a matter of if she'll accept that or double down and shield herself from self-reflection. What I'm hoping for is that Emily will light a fire under her ass as the young Seraphim continues to fight for what she believes in. If Sarah truly feels responsible for Emily and views herself as a big sister kind of figure, then she should see that keeping Emily ignorant on heaven's affairs only made things worse in the long run. That a lack of support contributes to whatever Emily gets herself into. So Sarah finds the best way to atone is to own up and shoulder responsibility for Emily's actions, knowing the punishment is forfeiting her life in heaven. But maybe as a fallen angel, Sarah could do her best to right her wrongs and join the Hazbin Hotel as some sort of staff member. Real quick, although I think it's unlikely, I do want to toss Adam in the ring. Again, judging by Lucifer, it seems like a fallen angel isn't killed, just banished, and Adam's chest got turned into Swiss cheese by Nifty. He's deader than dead. Now, in spite of this, I've already put out a video speculating on Adam returning as a sinner reborn in hell because I don't care what you say, the lore is way too vague to rule out the possibility of his comeback. But because it's vague, they could easily say, yeah, he did die here, but because he was an angel who indulged in an ungodly amount of sinning, the same cosmic force that sent Pentious to heaven wants to put Adam through the ringer in hell, carrying the specific label of a fallen angel. Although I think the distinction between that and a sinner would mainly be in design. The former most sinners seem to be based off of an animal or mythological creature, while with fallen angels, they retain an appearance identical to their previous form, but get demon horns and a new set of eyes. but that's once again using Lucifer as a template. So Fallen Angel Adam would feature his average looking mug that fans are going crazy over for some reason. Come on y'all, he just looks like his voice actor. No shade Alex Brightman, I'm not saying you're not hot, I'm just saying that this design might not be worth foaming at the mouth over, but you know, forget it. This is getting weird, I'm just gonna end the video. Who do you think will become a Fallen Angel in future seasons of Hazbin Hotel? Feel free to drop your own theories in the comments down below. And shout out to the homie Dream Big Star for not only drawing Fallen Lute, but allowing me to use his Fallen Emily design as well. Throw him a follow on Insta, and consider commissioning him yourself. Link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, how about hitting that subscribe button? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.